my friends. You're welcome to another episode of A Sound Mind with Gloria. And I remain your favorite host, Gloria Ode. On today's conversation, I have great personalities, and I would like them to introduce themselves from my far left.
Hello, everyone. My name is Elvis Eteng. I'm a development worker. I work with the Excellence Community Education Welfare Scheme, ECUS, as the program and admin officer. Thank you.
All right, my name is Odubote Oluwaseyi Elijah, a business owner, a fast-growing business in the land of Ogoja called Central Fast. You want your snacks? Call Central. You want your cake? Call Central. Don't mind, we have to just do a brief marketing. So nice to be here. Nice to be on the program.
Yeah, you're welcome once again. So, I started this A Sound Mind as a writer before the podcast. So not many people know that I actually write. Yeah, I have a lot of articles that I've written, and I would like us to, pick one, and then I read it out. We'll now throw light on it, and I'm very sure that someone out there who will be listening or who is already listening will, not just leave here feeling thrilled, not just leave here feeling healed, but someone listening to me today will leave here feeling whole again. So today's conversation is for you. If you want to be whole again, this conversation is right here for you. Don't touch that dial. We're here for you. So there's a message that is so dear to my heart. I particularly picked this out because I know that you all work with people. We relate to people one-on-one, and I know that this topic suits you both as we dive into it. So let me read it out. I titled this A Message of Hope and Reassurance. So, especially for those who feel unseen, unheard, betrayed, hurt, confused, traumatized, broken by low self-esteem, unloved, depressed, or simply walking through a tough season. If you are among those working daily to become a better version of yourself, please hold on to this truth. There will always be people who choose to remember you by your mistakes, your flaws, and your past struggles. They will keep holding on to the old version of you. Every time your name comes up, they may speak only of who you used to be. Even celebrities, sadly, face this reality on social media, where some people only see them through the lens of their mistake. But hear this clearly. The version of you that people are comfortable holding on to is not your responsibility. You cannot control their opinions, and that's perfectly okay. What you can control is your commitment to the higher version of yourself. Stay true to your growth, guard your peace, build healthy boundaries. The sky is big enough for all of us to shine. I see you, I celebrate you, and I'm rooting for you.
Wow.
Yeah. So, Elvis, I want to hear your thought on this. What's your take?
First, I would start by saying that's really, really deep.
Yeah.
Even though it's quite short, not so lengthy,
Not
but
lengthy.
there are lots of messages in it.
Yeah.
And the first I could pick is, as an individual, I think you first have to acknowledge your silent struggles.
Wow.
Because you always have to give a mirror of what you want people to know about you. There are certain things you cannot change. And one of them is how people will address you, or how people will accommodate you, the level of acceptance, and all of that. But there are things also that you can change. And one of them is your peace.
Yeah.
It is something you can decide. You can decide your peace. You can decide how healthy you will live. You can decide some of the things you give out. But like I said, the things you cannot decide are the things that other people will throw at you. regardless of your status, your level of qualification. You cannot decide that. You can only try as little as you can, or as much as you can rather, to influence it, but it's not something you can control completely. So the best thing for you to do is, first, what do you think about yourself?
Very strong.
What is that silent image you have about yourself? Because you don't expect people to pick out what you don't see in yourself. And that's where the self-belief comes in. So when it comes to building yourself as an individual, that level of consciousness should be there, that your self-esteem should be developed.
Very strong.
Because regardless of how far you go, people will always decide what to pick from you. People will always decide what to pick. They might not want to pick the good ones. Always citing the faults, the flaws, and all of that. So yes.
Yeah. To remember his story. Growing up, people used to say you are too black. They say you are too black, and because of that statement, it led me to go and buy one cream called Carol White. Like seriously, man, seriously. I'm very serious. So I went to get a cream called Carol White, and I started applying the cream on my face because I used to apply it rushingly before I step out of my house. So I just put the cream on my face, and I never creamed this side. I never creamed this side until my skin become a teddy, and this face become very lighted up. Nobody stopped me. I went to get cocoa butter just to neutralize my skin back. So he was saying something very profound about understanding yourself.
Yes.
Because if you don't understand your identity, people will tell you who you are not.
I'm telling you.
In fact, the Bible did this way. Jesus asked a question and said, "Who do people say that I am?"
Yeah.
Because he says there are people's perception about your identity. So he said people have opinion about you yourself. So he said, "What do people say that I am?" And everybody gave their own options. But when I said, "Who do you know? Who do you think I am?" There's only one gave the revelation of who he is. So if you refuse to know your identity, people
will tell you. People will give you a name. People will label you. And sadly, if you don't truly know yourself, like self-awareness, you accept it. And when you accept, you dance to their tune. And also, we told you, this is who he is, this is who he is. So knowing yourself is very, very paramount.
Yeah.
It's very paramount.
So another thing is, I think while you were on course, something came to mind. I was just thinking randomly, and my mind went to one of few celebrities that we have in Nigeria that have been faced with something like this. Now, you look at somebody like Tiwa Savage, regardless of all her achievements, you see that people always want to look back to her flaws. A few years ago, there was an incident that occurred. We all know about it.
Yes.
And people all of a sudden forgot all of her achievements. And they were banging on that little issue that happened. So that's how the world is.
That's how the world is.
It is very difficult for people to forget the past.
I'm telling you.
But what defines you is your ability to put that behind you, regardless of what they are throwing at you. Now, how do you do that? You have to keep winning.
You have to keep winning.
Success is not negotiable.
It's not.
The only way for you to silence your critics is through success.
Exactly.
So let's make no mistakes about it.
And that also brings to mind, because in my article I said even celebrities face this reality on social media, where some people only see them through the lens of their past. Also, we have a celebrity known as Thatcher. A lot
of them.
Yes.
Lots of them.
Thatcher was disqualified from Big Brother Nigeria during her time in the house.
Yes.
And because of that, some persons didn't see that she will become a better person, and then she went ahead to prove to herself that, okay, fine, I got disqualified from this show, but I know that I have capacity that cannot be silenced. I know that I have greatness that the world needs to see. And guess what? She went ahead and she did I think she attempted a beauty in breaking Guinness Book of Record, and she was awarded 2 certificates.
Wow.
That's she has carved a niche for herself.
So not to go too far. Ebuka Obi Ochendo. A lot of persons don't know that he never won the Big Brother.
See,
he did not.
He did not.
He was a runner-up.
Exactly.
But can we still remember the person that won it that season?
Not at all. I can't.
So that is what success does.
But I would love to ask a question actually. That even though people are maybe saying negative things about you, and you need to live to prove a point.
No, you're not living to prove a point to them. You're living to prove a point to yourself. It's self first. I know that I can do this thing, so I will do it. And when you do it, people will adjust. So you're actually not doing it for them in quote. It can't be for them, because if you're doing it for them, it means you're living for them.
Exactly.
And you're self-sabotaging you.
Exactly.
So it's actually for you, sir, because what the world does, the world tries to shut you.
Yes.
Because of an event or at an experience. Even the place of work.
Yeah.
When maybe you've done like 1 or 2 or 3 errors, everybody then sees you as a bad person. So they want to keep you in that space. Meanwhile, in the beginning, when God created the world and created mankind, He said it was beautiful.
Yeah.
So that means as a human being, we all have the capacity for greatness. We all have the DNA of being good and being our best. But then, at different situations, life happens.
Yes.
At different versions of ourselves, life happens.
Very strong.
So that doesn't mean that at this version of myself, because you've known me at my worst, or we've worked together, you've seen my flop, does that mean that I can't do anything good of myself again?
Yeah.
Does it mean?
No.
So when you begin to have self-realization, you begin to know that, okay, fine, this version of me has served its term. It's okay to wish you bye. Now, this new version of me, I have to prove to myself. I have to look inwards.
Yeah.
Now you're looking
this is what you're
inward.
bringing.
This is truly, truly who I am. I am not what the world says. This is who I am. And then you begin to now bring out the goodness in you. And once you start bringing out the goodness in you, other people start seeing you with a different lens. So
yeah, I want to amplify what you just said now about don't live to prove a point.
yes.
Don't leave because yes, I will show them that I can make it. That itself is putting you in a box.
Exactly.
It's putting into a big trauma, into big limitation.
Yes.
And I love what you said. It's more about, when God created man, He created them beautiful.
Yeah.
You must not allow the past. I think that's the essence of this conversation.
Yes,
we must not
yes.
allow our past experience be a dictator to what God wants to bet in our life. That we need to search inward and know what God has placed in us so we can enter what God has called us into. So that's very powerful.
And as you're talking, another thing resonated within me. The reason why, or one of the major reasons why people are so stressed out in life is other people.
Unhealthy competition.
Unhealthy competition, one,
Massive.
and the thought of what will people say. We worry too much. See, I think the reason the moment I realized that I don't owe people explanation.
You don't at all.
Or there are things that are outside my control. That was when I started living a life. Now, there are things that are within your control and there are things that are outside your control.
Yeah. Sure.
The things that are outside your control is what other, like he rightly said, what other people throw at you.
Yeah.
They are you cannot control it. What people say about you, you can't control it. How people perceive you, all these are outside your control. Now, what can you control? I can control my thoughts.
Your boundaries.
I can control my boundaries.
Your peace.
I can protect or I have control over my peace.
Your happiness.
My happiness. So let people say what they want to say. And I also realize that I cannot try to change people. No. People change only when they are ready to change. And they change for themselves, not for me. All right. So basically, you don't stress over things that are outside your control.
Yes, I truly agree that the Bible says something about guarding your heart with all diligence. Because if you refuse to guard your heart, people will always stop.
I'll talk.
People always label you from your past, from your mistakes, because you're a work in progress. I think we need to tell someone that word that you're a work in progress.
You're a work in I'm a work in progress. I love that.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because some people be like, they put unnecessary pressure.
Yes.
Like when they make a mistake, they're just like everything is over. But you're a work in progress.
Exactly.
And the more you keep growing, you're bound to make mistakes.
Exactly.
You're bound to make mistakes. You know, your brother was saying that the mistake that he had was how he was able to go back to his drawing board and to become a better version of himself. So
we are work in progress.
Yes.
We are always, you know, in life we have different versions. Yeah. And just like phones keep updating its versions.
True, right?
So the fact that, you know, someone some years back with this character doesn't mean that they are the same this way. And doesn't mean that they will continue to be the same that way. So we are work in progress. We keep evolving at every phase of our lives. You know, we are evolving for the better, not the worst, for the better.
So one of the greatest mistakes you can make as an individual is seeing growth as a competition. You're not succeeding to prove a point to anyone.
No.
You're succeeding because of yourself.
Exactly.
You're succeeding because it makes you feel good. You're succeeding because you have a blueprint for yourself.
Exactly.
And you want to live up to it.
You're aligning.
So that moment where you start seeing growth, whether in your office or wherever you are, as a competition, you have flawed.
Yeah, you have.
And you've missed it completely. So if you're making efforts, it should be consciously for yourself.
For yourself.
And so that you have it there at the end of the day that, okay, these were my targets and I was able to achieve this, and this. Not because you want to prove a point to anybody.
You know, it says something about blueprints. Everyone must have a blueprint for themselves. And that's a big problem. People don't have a blueprint for themselves. They live based on other people's consultation or people's opinion. I think that there is a need for also, and when I hear blueprints, I hear the word vision. Like you must have a vision for your life. What has God called you to do? What has God placed inside of you?
Exactly.
You don't just say, oh, today I want to be this, because in fact I can tell you there are so, you know, when in this our economy, when you hear there's a train, you pay for the train.
So people are highly opinionated. So whether I do it the right way or the wrong way, people will always air out their opinions. Now, what you just talked about, it just made me recall an incident that happened, I think sometime last year. I have this friend in Abuja. So one of her friends, she's a lady actually, her friend got married. So we were just chatting casually. And she was like, okay, she forwarded the pictures to me and she was like, this guy used the same suit for both the court wedding and then the photo shoots and on the wedding day. And I was like, okay, how is that a problem? Is his wife complaining? And she was like, no, it's not that she's not complaining, but it doesn't make sense. I said, that's your opinion.
That's your opinion.
That's your opinion.
I love that.
It doesn't mean he doesn't have the money to get another pair of suits or something. But it's not a priority for him.
Exactly.
That could be the case.
Wow.
So you should not worry about it. But it's okay, it's your opinion. But that guy you cannot tell him that. You can't tell him this thing you're telling me. So it doesn't count. It's your opinion. And it's inconsequential as far as I'm concerned. He has done his wedding. He's living with his wife. And like I will always say, the marriage is not the wedding. After the wedding comes the marriage. And he's enjoying his marriage.
You know, you just said something that I think I will need to consciously, you know, I think I'll need to consciously, you know, make effort to not stress over what other people are doing. Yes, I think so many reasons. The reason why so many people spend time on social media is analyzing other people.
Exactly.
We check their dressing.
Very true.
Even in this very video, there are people who wouldn't take what we're saying, but they're analyzing our outfits.
Yes.
And they are stressing. Your shoe is not matching your dress. Your dress is not matching your comb. So you stress over things that are not even yours to carry.
Yeah, very strong.
So I think, thank you for saying that. It's a reminder to me also. Let me not stress over things that are really inconsequential, because the brain has a limit of what it can carry. Let's not put things that are really unnecessary. Let's learn to delete things that are unnecessary.
So you can't expect everyone to be doing things based on your perception.
Exactly.
People, like you said, people are different. what you might consider to be good might not be good to the other person.
Wow.
Yes. And then even when it comes to fashion, yes, when you see someone looking good, you appreciate it, right? But there's another thing called comfort. Someone can dress and look good but not comfortable.
That's the reason why I don't like that dress called corset. Honestly, even though it's trendy,
So-
but then it makes me uncomfortable. So I just like being comfortable in
Yes.
what I wear. That thing called corset. Please, my tailor Precious, don't sew corset for me.
Pressure, don't so corset, please. Let mama breathe.
Allow me to. So it's just about being yourself,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
In a world that so many people are trying to live their lives for others, just
Yeah.
be yourself. And once you're yourself, you live a thriving life. You know, I think the greatest regret is someone who lives his life for others.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you just die and you never got to live a life you truly love.
What will people say?
You never got to live a
The
life
people that don't
is
even care
yours.
about you. Funny enough.
They don't care. People don't see,
No.
the truth of the matter, everybody has problem. People have their problems. Everybody that you are seeing has something that he's carrying. So why do you now bother so much about another person? You have your own that you're carrying. This person don't you have your own? We don't you have it? I have my own.
So,
So
so there's a trend on social media ongoing. That's the whole Tonto DK's wedding. Son's birthday party. Now, people are throwing tantrums at her that this is the same man you let go and all of that in the past, and then today is like you're coming back to him with the son. And, yeah, this is his son. Tonto DK never got herself pregnant. A man got her pregnant, and this is the man's son. Now, these are the same people that were encouraging her when she left Churchill. Now they are still blaming her that why did she leave the marriage if she knew she was going to
come back.
come back with all of this drama. I don't know if you're getting me.
People will always be people.
And then I kept on reading comments under words that are just so funny. You know,
Yeah.
this is the same person that you were pushing. If you feel she's saying the man is not good for her, is unable to satisfy her, it's okay for her to leave the marriage, and then today you are blaming her for leaving the marriage. What do people really want?
What do people want?
You can't satisfy people.
I'm telling you.
One key thing about the Bible says something profound. It said, faith coming by
A hearing.
and so fear come by hearing. So
Yeah.
limitations come by hearing.
Exactly.
So the more you're exposed to what people say, it will control your pattern of living.
And most times they say the negative things.
Yeah, they do. They do. They do.
Most times.
If they
Chase
can-
clouds.
If they can give description about Jesus, who are you to not
I'm
describe you?
telling you.
It's
Exactly.
best to defend
Exactly.
what we hear.
Exactly.
And what you hear is very important.
Okay.
So surround yourself with positive hearing.
Yes,
Surround yourself
positive
with good
people.
association.
Yes, positive people.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of us don't really understand the impact of staying with the right set of people. You will thrive. When you hear the right words, you will thrive. When you stay with the right people, you will glow differently.
Yeah.
So surround yourself. Forget about what has happened in the past, the betrayal, the traumas, the this, the that. Oh, get a life. Live a life that is truly yours. So as we bring this to a wrap, because if I don't bring this to a wrap, we'll end up sleeping here.
Definitely.
And that's what we want.
Because
So from Elvis, what would you like to say, your closing remark on this particular article that I've written?
Not so much. I'll just say that, like I mentioned earlier, growth is not a competition. Someone else shining does not stop your dim.
Exactly.
It doesn't stop your beam,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
What you should be concerned about is building yourself.
Building yourself.
You should be concerned about the things you have control over.
Exactly.
Your happiness, your peace, your growth. People are, like I said, people are highly opinionated.
They are.
So you don't allow that decide who you are. You don't let that influence your thoughts and affect your peace of mind. So to everyone out there listening to me, these are the nitty-gritties that you have to understand. Most importantly, for your mental health.
Very paramount.
Very strong.
And you, please?
One key thing I would just say is know who you truly are. Know your identity. Because if you refuse to know your identity, somebody else will give you another narrative.
Yeah,
Exactly.
true.
Someone else will label you by your work in progress. Someone else will
Yes.
label you by your mistakes.
Exactly.
Someone else will label you by the words you say. But you're a work in progress.
Work in progress.
And don't forget the blueprint, just like my brother said. Don't forget the blueprint of who you are. And how do you know the blueprint of who you are? Not by the lenses of men, but by the lenses of your maker. Don't forget that. Thank you.
All right, thank you so very much on this. And from me to you, all I will say is that believe in yourself, okay? We are all work in progress, like he have said. So the version of you that I didn't like yesterday, all depends on you to make your today's version better. So I see you, I'm rooting for you, I love you. From here until we see the next time, God bless you.
Bye. We do our luck,